Hello, my friends. Today we're going to read a book called Get Me Out of Here, all about oviparous animals. That word oviparous, let's see what that means. So here we have our table of contents, and the first page is called Ovipa What? And then we'll have birds, reptiles, amphibians, fish, arthropods, mammals, and then the glossary. So here we are on our first page. It's called Ovipa What? When we hear the word egg, most of the time we think about chickens or breakfast, but I'm sure you know that eggs are an extremely important element in life entering the world. Many animals, including all species of birds, lay eggs. These animals are referred to as oviparous animals. The eggs will look different based on the kind of animal and where the egg will rest until it hatches. Some animals, like the ostrich, may only lay one large egg at a time and fuss over the egg until the young hatches. Other animals, like the alligator, can lay up to 90 eggs at once. Laying a large number of eggs is an adaptation that many animals have adopted. 80% of the young alligators will end up as prey for hungry predators, and for this reason, a large number of eggs increases the chances of the hatchlings making it to adulthood. Birds. The egg-laying habitats of a bird depend largely on how big he or she is and where it lives. For example, the rockhopper penguin builds its nest out of pebbles, but the male emperor penguin holds its egg on top of its feet to keep it from freezing on the ice. Most birds sit on their eggs to incubate them, including large birds like swans. What does this tell you about the swan's eggshells? That's right, they must be strong enough to support the weight of an adult swan, which weighs about 30 pounds. Eggshells are also different colors. Many eggs are plain white, but eggs that are laid out in the open have markings to help camouflage them. Just like humans, other animals love the taste of eggs, so they are always on the hunt for an unprotected nest. This has forced birds to adopt survival techniques such as camouflage for themselves and their young. When a hatchling is developing inside the egg, it uses the yolk as its source for food. The yolk is full of fat and protein. After they are hatched, birds will rely on their parents to bring them food. Unlike mammals who receive their mother's milk, birds will need their parents to hunt for them. The adult birds will eat the foods themselves and then regurgitate it into the baby bird's mouth. My friends, do you know what regurgitate means? That means they're going to spit it back up. We kind of talked about this, I think, in the last... Oh no, I talked about it with a legend. We talked about how some animal dads and moms will eat food and then spit it back up for their babies to eat. Kind of yucky, but that's how they do it. Reptiles. Sea turtles have been on Earth for many years. The spiny anteater, also known as the echidna, can be found in Australia and New Guinea. Covered in hair and spines, these curious creatures look a lot like porcupines or hedgehogs. It has taken a long time for scientists to learn about this mammal because they prefer caves and holes underground to escape the extreme temperatures. The echidna lays one soft but leathery egg in her pouch. After 10 days, the egg will hatch and a baby, known as a puggle, will be the size of a jelly bean. The puggle will stay in the pouch and drink its mother's milk for 2 to 3 months. These oviparous animals are all extremely different, but the one thing that they have in common is just how utterly fascinating they are. Here's our glossary, my friends. The first word is absorb. To take something in, soak up a liquid. To take something in or soak up a liquid. Adaptation, an adjustment or change made in order to survive. I think that was in our last book, or one of them before. Emerges, to come out of something. So like that turtle is emerging from the shell. Exoskeleton, the supportive covering of the outside of an animal such as an arthropod. Migrate, to pass from one region to another for feeding and breeding. Survival technique, this is actually a phrase, skills or habitats that help an animal live. Alrighty, my friends, that is our story for today. Make sure you watch this before our Thursday Zoom.